I saw the first images from the new Avatar movie, Villain Revealed. Okay, let's see what this is all about. Boys, girls, we may have gotten our first Aang movie leaks, and they are absolutely mind-blowing and kind of lore-breaking. A large Spanish Avatar YouTuber, Appa Comics, claims to have been sent 11 images from the Aang movie from a close source at Paramount. Now, honestly, I'm a little bit jealous because usually when things go down like this, I'm the guy to get this sort of thing. Like with Seven Havens last summer, someone I didn't even know emailed me one of the episodes randomly. Yes, a whole 6 months before the series was leaked, I received this email. Okay, enough about me, let's get back on topic. Appa Comics claims to have been sent 11 images from the Aang movie, but for obvious reasons, he can't show them. But he does vividly describe them, and just from the descriptions alone, if all of this is true, it's borderline lore breaking. And it kind of not only goes against the series name, but also the title of the movie's name. But there may be just a little bit of credibility to all of this, because last month, someone claiming to be an audience tester for a rough cut trailer of this movie got into contact with me. They showed me the company they tested through, gave me vivid descriptions of everything, even down to actual lines of dialogue. But I said to myself, you know, this is just a little bit too risky. I haven't seen anything myself. I'm not willing to put my credibility on the line. So I ignored it and I didn't report on it. But interestingly enough, some of the things he told me do line up with the things said in Appa Comics' video. But it's not all perfect. There are some discrepancies. For example, the description for the main villain. The supposed audience tester described him exactly like Appa Comics, but he told me something different for the villain's twist, and we're going to be getting to that later in the video. Again, all of this feels a little weird, so please take it with a massive grain of salt. Please don't take any of this as a fact, take it as a rumor, and wait for official confirmation. New York Comic Con is a little over a week away, and they have a massive Avatar panel. This panel marks less than 1 year to go for the Aang movie. If you guys remember, 3 months back at San Diego Comic Con, they had this same exact Avatar panel where they revealed the first look at Avatar 7 Havens. So it makes sense this time around they'll be showing off the Aang movie, and the leaker confirms this much as well. Anyway, if you're like me and you love to speculate and you love hearing rumors and you want to hear more about this, well, you're in the right place. The first big reveal is that Republic City will be a major location, and this isn't new. If you guys remember back at SDCC, Bryke actually confirmed this themselves, but this time around we got some specific details about what we'll see there. He claims there's going to be a new landmark there called the Unity Tower, which will be a giant watchtower that's probably Team Avatar's base. There's also a massive apartment complex, which he himself calls it like a $1 trillion apartment complex. That might sound boring to a lot of you guys, but if you think about it, this is where the city's everyday struggles will happen. You know, like the bending versus non-bending tension, the social drama, the lives that get disrupted when bigger conflicts erupt. I imagine this will act as sort of a way to ground the story. Now, this may be kind of a hot take, but I actually like this choice. Republic City is still one of the most interesting settings in the franchise, in my opinion, mainly because it's messy. It's like a clash of cultures, bending versus non-bending, progress versus tradition, and putting the original gang there kind of just feels right. I can already imagine Zuko dealing with shady politics, him trying to balance his life here and as the Fire Lord, Sokka being a detective, Aang trying to keep everyone chill. It just kind of fits. But that's not the only location in the movie. The leak also mentions a secret temple in the mountains. Classic Avatar stuff right here, and of course, this temple comes with its own legendary staff. Apparently, this staff is the key to the whole movie's conflict. This artifact is said to set everything in motion and drive the entire movie's plot. Now, this temple is said to look like an Aztec temple, but fused with Hindu architectural elements. And this isn't just a lone temple. Apparently, there is an entire city surrounding it. It's said to resemble Machu Picchu, except not in ruins. Now, this next bit is going to be sad for Azula fans, so let's just rip off the band-aid. He claims Azula is not in the movie. Yeah, I can hear some of you screaming already, and I kinda am too, if I'm being real, because it truly felt like they were setting up something great for Azula. A couple years ago, Avatar Studios released a comic called Azula in the Spirit Temple, and in this comic, Azula takes the first necessary steps for redemption, and that is currently the last we've seen of Azula. So to me, for her to not be in this movie, it just doesn't seem right. I truly thought they were going to wrap up Azula Azula's redemption somehow in this movie, but apparently she's not in it. Now, if you guys remember, at one point there was said to be a Zuko movie in the works, so maybe they're saving her redemption for that movie. You know what? That's happening. I can already see it right now. In my mind, I'm picturing Azula showing up in the post-credit scene, her being introduced to Zuko, but this time not as a villain, but as a good guy. Sort of like a homage / reverse book 1 situation. Obviously, I'm joking. Okay, now let's get on to the actual villain for this movie. The villain is described as looking like Silas from League of Legends. If you guys know Silas, you know exactly what this means. He's ripped, he's tall, he's edgy, long hair in a ponytail. He has this massive, borderline lore-breaking twist to him that you're not going to believe. But I'm gonna save that for later in the video because there are a few things that we need to cover for the context first. One of the biggest things people are worried about with this movie is the art style. They thought this first look image that was leaked at CinemaCon didn't look like Avatar or carry the essence of the original series. According to Appa Comics, all of those problems are fixed. According to him, the line work is sharper, the edges don't look too smooth anymore. He says the designs are practically the same but with minor cosmetic differences. He even says the images feel like they're straight out of an art book. Characters on white backgrounds, text blurbs next to them, their age listed. That kind of thing adds credibility. It's a little hard to fake that format convincingly. Speaking of their ages, apparently their ages have been updated. Their ages are now 2 years younger than when Avatar News previously reported. If you guys remember the 2023 CinemaCon concept art, if you look at Katara's belly, it looks like she has something protecting it there. That is most likely because she is pregnant in the movie, or at least during this time in production, she was. So I guess there was probably too much going on with the plot and they decided to remove that aspect of it, so they aged them down a couple of years to avoid all of that. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about the villain again. So like I said earlier, he's described as Silas-like, but then Appa Comics suddenly decides he's the Riddler and he drops this clue for the villain's name. So it's Tagaka times 2/3 plus H. Don't worry guys, I'll put my best detective on the case. So apparently our villain's name is Taga, but here's the borderline lore-breaking twist. He is an airbender, and not only is he an airbender, but he's got airbender tattoos. Now, we've never seen an airbender built like this. This guy is definitely not vegan. Man, vegans are not built like this. How is he an air nomad? You can't tell me this man isn't eating meat. You can't tell me he isn't getting that protein in. He is. Look at him. That is not a vegan physique. Earlier when I said a supposed audience tester came into contact with me, he told me the same thing, except he clarified that the tattoos were fake. Again, I have not seen anything myself. I am not confirming either what Appa Comics said or the supposed audience tester. I'm not confirming any of that. To me, I still think there's some sort of misunderstanding going on, or someone is lying to someone. You guys know me, just like with Avatar 7 Havens, for me to confirm something as real myself, I need to have seen it myself and also get it confirmed by 2 different sources separately that are close to production. We know the movie used to be called Lost Realm. Paramount even copyrighted the name. This airbender villain, a staff that drives the plot, a newly discovered temple. I feel like if this is all true, this staff will open up a portal to another realm, and that will be where this airbender was. That's the only way I can see them logically bringing another airbender into this story. But wait, the leaker in Appa Comics wasn't done here. He also dropped a clue for the new Avatar's name. But don't worry, I'll contact my best detective again and get the job done. So apparently the new Avatar's name is Sonam. If you guys are super deep into Avatar lore like I am, you'll recognize this name. Back during Yang Chan's era, there was an air nomad named Sonam. Now obviously they weren't the Avatar, but that was their name and they were an air nomad. So that all confirms that this new Avatar will also be an airbender. Honestly, just taking a step back and looking at all of this, an airbender villain, an airbender avatar, ancient temples, legendary staff. What, next you're gonna tell me they're doing twin avatars? Oh wait, the staff that was mentioned earlier, the one that drives the plot forward, apparently it belongs to this avatar. According to the leaker, the movie is about 60 to 70% complete, and yeah, that sounds about right. That's probably where they should be if the movie is slated for October 2026. We're definitely just in the polishing phases now, and everything in the movie should be finalized. And at the very end, Appa Comics says that this will be revealed at New York Comic-Con, which by the way, I will be attending, so don't worry, I'll be on the ground reporting every reveal, every panel, every crumb they throw at us. I'll be vlogging all of this and making content, and of course, using face cam, so it's not going to just be the Comic-Con footage. I'll be showing my face. If you guys remember, Remember, I did it for the Netflix premiere. I'll be doing it for this. So if you want to help your boy pay for any of this and you don't want me to go broke, hit that member join button. I'll be posting some exclusive behind the scene footage for members only. And if any content creators and businesses want to meet up, don't be scared to hit your boy up. Anyway, to wrap everything up, if these leaks are accurate, the movie is shaping up to be one of the boldest Avatar projects we've seen. Republic City, a new temple, legendary staff, airbending villain, and a brand new Avatar. It's all very ambitious and very risky. And yeah, let's just be real for one moment. Just like with Seven Havens, this has the potential to be extremely lore-breaking. But instead of panicking before we've seen any footage at all, we need to wait and judge it in context. Who knows, man? In a couple of weeks, this could all turn out to be fake, and we'll be laughing at the discussions that took place during this week. But for now, all we can do is wait until New York Comic Con and see if this all checks out. Anyway, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys super soon with another video. Bye.